Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'll be going through the cash cows for round 7 of the AFLW fantasy season. As you'll see here, I don't think there are many good cash cows, to be honest with you. A lot of them are just sort of not really going to score much. It might just be an outlier game, I think, in general, as we haven't really gotten many per se debuts, and it's been just more the outlier performances taken to account. The likes of like a Paris McCarthy, who scored a 66 on her game back. She didn't even play the first game, and I think she didn't average much more. I don't think she averaged much more than about 30 in her previous seasons. I'm just trying to flick to it to get to it quickly to put it up, but she was priced at about 330, so that would put an inkling on about maybe 25, I would think, that she would average. Let me just check. Yeah, 29.8 she averaged from 6 games last year, and she pulled out a 66 from 3 goals, 5 marks, and 12 touches. So I just don't think she'll put that up, to be honest, much regularly, if not at all, next time, as she's playing as a small forward, and we know that small forwards role don't really do that. So that's just sort of a inkling out there to what we're sort of going to run through in the next 10 or so minutes. But anyway, let's just jump into it and show you what I mean by that. So, Taylor Oliver, 359. I actually really like this, and she might be one of the downgrade options that I go for, just because if you look here, first, did she play in? She played round 6. Let me just bring up her sort of tab here. Get rid of Paris McCarthy here, and you'll oopsie. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted. 2 games for her. She could put up a 14 in the first one, which is a little bit annoying. But I really liked how she put up in the first game against Hawthorn. I really liked her movement, I think, in this this game. A little bit more wing role because Alec Smith wasn't there. But 76% TOG as well, so better TOG. 55 fantasy points, which was just really good. And she got to 14 disposals, 3 marks, 2 tackles. I think alongside Daisy Darcy, I think she's really good on that sort of halfback distributing role. I think she was a lot better by... let me actually just check the disposal efficiency for a lot of those Gold Coast girls in that second game, because I thought she was one of the better ones by foot. But I will just double check that. Does it have disposal efficiency anywhere here? Basic, maybe. Disposal efficiency, here we go. And give me the Gold Coast Suns girls, and then give me this. And then you'll see that you've got Oliver at 78%. Where is it? Daisy Darcy at 53 wasn't that good. But you've got also... who's down here? Not Brand Cassasano. Who else? McLaughlin was at 80%, but I thought she turned the ball over quite a lot. But anyway, you had a lot of the girls there at around about that sort of 70-80%, and Oliver was there or there and abouts. Let me just check, what did she put up turnover-wise? 1 turnover, and I don't think she put up many clangers at all. So that was a really good display by her across the day. Let's just see. She had 2 clangers, which isn't the worst compared to the likes of Daisy Darcy, who had 5 and also had about 6 turnovers. 4 turnovers for Daisy Darcy, 5 clangers. So what I'm trying to get at here is I think she's one that uses the ball a lot better than most of the halfbacks at Gold Coast, and I think she's one that can really be useful on that halfback wing in that transition, because she's also got some really good closing speed as well. So I think she's one that can gather up quite a lot of disposals, get quite a few marks there, especially with Daisy Darcy's big booming boots. I think that she can get on the end of a couple of those ones, and she could probably average 35-40 from here, and I think 35-40, if not even 45, will just get you some cash gen and goods. Let's just look at here. Say she goes 35 here, she'll go 74k. I expect then her break even will be about, what, 20 odds, and then she gets another, say, 40 or so k. You might get her all the way just from a 35 for 2 or 3 games. Might get her all the way to 450k or so before the last round of the year. Then the next one is Meg McDonald. Let's just look at... let me go here, because that's still on week 6, because it doesn't give away my trades. McDonald here. Where is it? Meg McDonald. She put up, 83 across the 2 games, 33 and a 50. She put up a 50 against the Swans. Looked a lot better. Against the Swans, you can see 15 touches, 3 marks, 1 tackle. What was the kick-out situation for Geelong? Let me just check this quickly. I don't think she was on kick-ins. You can see it was all Emunson on kick-ins, so no kick-ins for McDonald. Who does she play next week? Let me just double check this. She plays Richmond. Richmond, that's going to be a close game. I think they might lose that one, which might help out her scoring a little bit. But then again, she scored an 8 against Hawthorn when they had it down their end quite a lot. So when they conceded 79 points off in that game. So maybe that's not the greatest indicator of it. So I would just be staying clear of McDonald just because she's played a heap of games and hasn't really, and has shown that she can just be negligible in games. Paris McCarthy, we talked about her in the intro. She is very much linked to her scoring 3 goals, having 14 touches, 5 marks. So I wouldn't touch that just because she's playing that half forward role, even though she could put up a 30 or 40 here and really just catapult in price. Like a 40 would get her up probably 80k, which would be huge. But I just think that she probably has a 15 game in her, and that would just absolutely just tank her break even and pretty much make her immediate trade out. Vukic, I don't remember what she did exactly, but let's double check what she did. Vukic, she went and scored in the second game a 50, which is pretty good, a goal, as well as 4 tackles. Pretty good from her. Against West Coast this week, they're probably going to win that game. She might kick a goal, maybe 2. But then again, you just see here that she's averaging sort of in that 20-odd region, 27 region for a reason. She's had a couple of 27s, another 20, and a low score here on lowish TOG. So maybe she gets increased TOG, but yeah, I just expect her to probably not rack up that much of a score. So I would probably stay away from that. Shoot is an interesting one. What did she average? What did she get in her game? Because she came back. I know that she came back this week. From not playing in round 5, and she went and scored a 58, so that was actually huge, and that's the reason why she went up. And yeah, so she is one that at 380k, I think you can also go for her. So what's her break even? Her break even is an 11, so I would be contemplating between Shoot or Taya Oliver for that spot at that sort of D6 role for that cash generator, because you're trying to find that sort of last little bit of cash generation. And those 2 are the ones that I'd be looking at just because they have a pretty good break even and have shown they can score. Was Shoot an injury 0, or was that, what was that 0 about? 4 free kicks against, so she solved that problem. As well as having, 10 touches, 4 marks, 5 tackles. What was her role? Let's go to player summary, Shoot. 1 second here, Shoot. She had a role of, a slightly different role, to be honest, more of a wing role, which we don't like, don't we? So, and nothing along the lines of that, so I'd probably stay clear of it. She's also had, I don't know what happened in that Coates game. Maybe probably didn't actually play in it. But yeah, she's had wing roles at Coates level and not really done anything with it. So I'd probably stay clear of it, to be honest with you, just thinking about it here. So I'd probably go Oliver over her just because she's had she did go 36-26, but a 58 was a standout game. On the wing, and a wing roll can really be damaging. But yeah, that is what it is. Roxanne Rowe, what does she do? Let's check this as well. Let's check it here. No, there we go. And we see that she 54 goals, 6 tackles, no CBA, no kick-ins as well, 22. I just don't like this role, to be honest with you. As a defender, I'd rather have like a half-backer that might just get on the end of it, especially with some teams that like to try and distribute. So I just stay away from her, to be honest with you. Lions, a ruck, I'd probably be going Vukic over her anyway, as I don't even know, did she even play on the weekend, Lions? Let's just check Lions here. Round 6, 23, that's what I was sort of expecting when I talked about her last week in this segment. Hetherington, Keck, Bragg, Weston Turner, Gamak, Cowick, Brazel, Smith. You sort of get to the point where all these girls are sort of already near enough their average or near enough to the point that they're not going to make much cash. So that pretty much is the video there, going through all the cash cows, or the limited, I should say. There's pretty much only there's only really the distributing defenders that I really like at the moment. We haven't really had a midfielder break through, and this sort of happens with the women's. There being only about, you sort of get all the debuts very, very early, and a lot of the girls that come in, I guess now, or the debuts now, are just girls that sort of really don't impact games, have sort of 13, 20 pointers that don't really score that well. But anyway, that is the video there. If you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload tomorrow with all the videos with the trade targets, as well as the team preview for round 7 and the tipping from round 7 as well. So I'll see you guys in those videos tomorrow. Bye guys.